Hello dear friends, welcome to my channel Gramification. At the outset, thank you very much for watching my videos as well as subscribing my channel. As you all know that we were discussing about the types of sentences. We had already covered up affirmative sentence as well as WH interrogative sentence. If you have missed any of my previous video, then you can follow the link provided in the I button above, or the same link is provided in the description below. So let us start with the lesson, and today's topic is helping verb interrogative. So come to the board and let us see. Helping verb interrogative is otherwise called as yes or no interrogative. Why? Because most of the time the answer that we get from this interrogative is either yes or no. That's why it is called as yes or no interrogative. The formula for this yes or no interrogative is helping verb, otherwise it is called as auxiliary verb also, followed by the subject plus rest of the sentence. This is the basic formula. As in our starting videos, we had already discussed that presence of a helping verb is a must. Means without a helping verb, there cannot be a sentence. And we have to remember another thing, that helping verb may be in the visible form, means we can find it out in the sentence, or maybe in invisible form. But presence is a must in any of the sentence. Let us start. Let us see an example. I play carom. In this sentence, subject is I, verb is play, because the play verb or play action is performed by subject and object is carom. So in this sentence, we have to find out the helping verb or auxiliary verb. And how to know it? We have to know the positioning of the helping verb or auxiliary verb. It is placed after the subject and before main verb. Subject is I, main verb is play. So after the subject and before the main verb, we have to place it. And another thing we have to remember, that by default helping verb is do. Do is the by default helping verb. So let us come to this point, do. Do is the helping verb. So if we can expand it, and in an expanded form if we want to write, then we can write I do play carom. Grammatically it is 100% correct. And a very simple trick to convert an affirmative sentence into interrogative, that is simply take the helping verb, drag it to the front, and rest of the sentence will remain as it is. In the end we have to use the interrogative mark. So in this sentence helping verb, we have already got it, do, drag it to the front. So the sentence will become do I play carom. At the end, do not forget to use the interrogative mark. So this is an interrogative sentence. Let us see more examples like such. Let us see another example when the subject is third person singular, means he, she, it. He reads newspaper. In this sentence, we are finding out S. Third person singular, verb will take S or ES. So as I told you earlier, that what is the by default helping verb? By default helping verb is do, if we are not finding out the helping verb. So if I am using do, then what will be the sentence? The positioning also we had discussed in the previous example, after the subject and before the main verb. So it will become he do reads newspaper. It is 100% correct. In grammar books or in writings, you may find it as the rare one, but it is grammatically correct. As we have already got the helping verb, so we can easily change or convert it into interrogative sentence, and our interrogative sentence will become do he reads. Please remember, do if I am using, so it will become S or ES, that reads will be there. Do he reads newspaper? Interrogative. it is also grammatically correct. No doubt it is rare, but still it is grammatically correct. For example, if we are keeping the main verb as light and the helping verb little bit heavy one, so the S form will be added to do, helping verb. So do will become do plus S, it will become does. So the sentence will become he does read newspaper, because as we are taking this S to this do, so it will become he does. And this also can be converted into interrogative, drag and drop, that is does. Does he read newspaper? If it is does, our main verb will remain light one. Does he read newspaper? Next, come to the past tense, one of the example of past tense. I played carom, second form of the verb. Subject is I, main verb is played, second form, and object is carom. As by default helping verb is do. So in simplified form, if I am writing I do played carom. Don't get confused. In competitive exam or in board exam, this type of question comes to confuse you. So this is grammatically correct. So if I am converting it into interrogative, so this do, drag and drop, it will come to the front. Do I played carom. This is also correct. Suppose I don't want to keep the main verb in the second form. I want to keep it in the first form. So this second form will be added to do. So it will become did. The sentence will become I did play carom. And if I am converting the same into interrogative, it will become did I play carom. This four. These are one category. This is another one. Both are correct. In the previous one also, this is one category, this is one category. Both are also the correct one. Let us see a tricky example. I did this homework. In this sentence, the subject is I, and what is did? Whether it is an auxiliary verb, helping verb, or a main verb. Most of the students, they get confused. Actually, this is the main verb, not the helping verb, and object is this homework. So as I told you, do is the by default helping verb. So in this sentence also, I did this homework. Grammatically it is correct. If I am converting the same into interrogative, it will become do I did this homework. This is one category. Then if I am keeping the main verb as light one and the helping verb a little bit heavy one, so the second form of did will come to this do. So do will become did. So the sentence will become I did do this homework. And simple drag and drop in interrogative, this did, this will be dragged to the front and the sentence will become did I do this homework. And so please mark this question as very important, because this is a tricky one to confuse the students and the aspirants. Let us see few examples where the helping verb or the auxiliary verb is present. For example, I am swimming in the river. In this sentence, subject is I, swimming is the main verb, helping verb is am. So we don't have to expand, simply we have to drag and drop. So it will become am I swimming in the river. Next sentence in present perfect, I have cut the cake. Cut. So in this sentence also, subject is I, helping verb have, main verb is cut. So we have to drag it to the front. Have I cut the cake? Next, let us see one example in future. I will grind the nuts. In this sentence, subject is I, helping verb is will, grind is main verb. So simply we have to drag and drop. So the sentence will become will I grind the nuts. So rest of the sentences, it may be in any tense, any form. If the helping verb is present, then we have to drag and drop. if we don't see the helping verb, then we have to assume that do is the helping verb, and accordingly we can change it. There are so many auxiliary verbs or helping verb present in English. These are like will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, could, do, did, does, is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had. So these are the other auxiliary verb, and we have to use these verbs and we can make the interrogative sentence. I hope that this video is really a relevant one for you. Thank you for your patience watching. If you have any query, any doubt regarding this topic, then please don't hesitate to ask me in my comment section. Thank you and have a very nice day.